I ain't gonna lie. That Durk TrapLoreRoss 4-hour video gonna hit different, bro. Shit, maybe 6 hours, bro. Shit, at this point, bro's gonna go through the whole life of Durk again. This the fucking prelims. This album will get Lil Durk life in prison. 17 minutes. That ain't bad. 17 minutes gotta be his lowest like video. Oh, this dude got a bow tie, a vest, and then fucking glasses, bro. This the dude that's talking about the trenches. Yo. Bro, be looking crazy on purpose, bro. Yo, can it load?
By now, every fan of drill music is likely familiar with the biggest bombshell news of the year. The indictment of Lil Durk for allegedly hiring his OTF affiliates to carry out the 2022 slaying of Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pab, an alleged murder for hire attempting to get back at Quando Rondo for the killing of King Von, the shooting at the hands of his friend Tim that took place 2 years.
I ain't gonna lie, he got the shit with Mac now and Pab. I know Durk getting charged with it, but damn, he released that shit like 2 days late, bro. Shit crazy.
Before that, in 2020, during an altercation between Von, Quando, and their respective entourages in front of an Atlanta hookah lounge. The brazenness, or perhaps the sheer stupidity of this alleged murder for hire plot baffles the mind, because not only did the alleged OTF affiliates decide to execute the hit in broad daylight in front of one of the most popular tourist attractions in the entire of Los Angeles,
Beverly Center
shopping mall, but they allegedly also flew to LA on domestic flights specifically to commit this murder, leaving a paper trail behind them that likely made the feds rub their hands together like Birdman in 2010. But if that wasn't enough, the head...
I ain't gonna lie. I do not believe... I believe that, like, the OTF, like, undercard could be fucking stupid as fuck. But I don't think... I want to know what exact evidence do they have on Durk? Because I seen the text like, oh, they was basically saying, like, Durk didn't want to be a part of it. He's like, leave me out that shit. But... like, I've seen, like, the little evidence, but I want to see how that shit holds up in court and how well it can hold up in court. Because, I don't know, man. Like, if they saying, like, Durk got back for D-Thing in Chicago, they try to add that and shit, I don't think he's dumb enough to fucking go across the country all the way to L.A. and catch Pat Black and like that. Why didn't he just go to Savannah and do it? Why'd they wait exactly for L.A.? Because they got the drop on him? Or, like, whoever got the drop in L.A.? My thing is, I feel like Durk's hands should be clean with this shit. Like, they only added him to the indictment because it makes sense. Like, he wanted to get back for Von so much he has the money. But can they really tie him into the murder? I don't know.
Self Lil Durk, a.k.a. Smirkio, a.k.a. Smirk, a.k.a.
Yo, Mustafa. Bro talking about Smirk.
Mustafa Abdul Malik, aka apparently Blood, would allegedly message one of his co-conspirators to specifically tell them not to use any credit cards associated with him during this crash-out voyage of the century, only for that person to do that exact thing anyway. But while many fans hope that Durk can beat this case and return home to drop fire music...
My thing is, why the fuck are motherfuckers purchasing masks in LA, bro? Like, y'all can't carry that bitch in the crib? Like, grab it from the crib and put it in your suitcase and then fly to LA and have your own mask? How the fuck you buying a mask in LA, bro?
Exact thing anyway. But while many fans hope
with
that
the credit
Durk can
card?
beat this case and return home to drop fire music for years to come, he and his OTF comrades might have left one too many clues behind to successfully fight these charges.
Wait. He got D-Ski tatted on his throat? Like, that is fucking crazy, bro. When I seen Blockwig and Move Look do that, I'm like, yo. This man, like, getting your name tatted, your own name tatted is crazy, bro. Like, get OTF tatted or some shit.
I just have a quick message for you. I think that knowing your history, where you come from, and what makes you is so important in understanding who you truly are. Well, thanks to the sponsor of this video, MyHeritage, you can now discover your own family history and build out your... how far back MyHeritage was...
Yo, gang.
The music, find. A lot of indictment.
That shit was 2 minutes.
MyHeritage for sponsoring the video.
2 minutes out of 17 minutes is fucking a sponsor.
And now back to the story. Talking about the music, ever since Durk's indictment, not many people have really gone back to see if he left any clues about the murders for fans to find. A lot of people...
Come on, gang. We seen this shit in real time,
are familiar with his lyrics on that Babyface Ray song, where he appears to rap lyrics that suggested he gave a green light.
I'm not gonna lie, the no shit, like, all this shit, didn't, Durk's lawyers, like, just, take this shit down in court? They was like, this shit was recorded, like, months before the Pap shit happened? I'm pretty sure they just shot this shit down in
to this
court.
hit, but it turns out that Lil Durk's iceberg of self-incrimination goes much deeper. In fact, I went back and listened to the very first album that he and his friends released just months after the murder of Lil Pab, and I couldn't believe what I found. Loyal Bros 2 is an OTF group mixtape released on the 16th of December 2022, just 4 months after the murder of Lil Pab, and I'm here to tell you that this project is perhaps
damn, how many songs is that? I know it's a collab tape.
Just 4 months after the murder of Lil Pab, and I'm
She
here
was like, I say 20?
tell you,
oh damn, it's only 21.
Is perhaps
one
one
like
of the
way
most
more.
Self-incriminating projects.
Now I gotta be 31.
Pab, and I'm here to tell you.
Damn. Okay, one more time.
Released on the 16th of December 2022, just 4 months after the murder of Lil Pab.
My shit is like delayed, bro. Yo, my shit is like hella delayed.
This project is perhaps one of the most self-incriminating projects in the history of rap music.
Oh, 23
Not
songs.
only is this a group album under OTF, the very name of Durk's gang and label of the same name that allegedly carried out the murder for hire plot against Quando and Lil Pab, as referenced in the indictment, but the title of the mixtape, Loyal Bros 2, is a pretty obvious reference to the loyalty that Durk expects from his gang and label brothers. But beyond the title, the project
You
itself
ain't know we was gonna get you, did you?
Incriminating lyrics
We
that
can't
not only
catch his
support
ass, we rhyme
Durk's
past, we
involvement,
bound to
but
get his
track by track
mans.
paints
Damn.
a vivid picture of exactly how the events unfolded, with Durk and his collaborators
tough.
making countless references to the crime.
You know
and
that we
specific
did it.
details, openly
BBS
claiming
time. Bro, I'm
responsibility
pausing
for the
it.
whole thing.
You know that we did it. They know that we did it. They know that we did it. They know. OTF shit, man. They know, they know.
On the opening track titled Set It Off, Dirk makes an interesting
fire.
comment seemingly suggesting that he recruits killers for his business and recounts conversations with members telling him they don't want to kill people, so Dirk instead sets them up with different roles in the business like running real estate. In other lines, Dirk makes ambiguous references to his ops getting caught slipping, and in the hook, he raps about giving his friends guns and asking them to shoot for him. In verse 2, he drops a bar saying one of his ops couldn't read my last message because he was killed, something that some people have suggested is a reference to the murder of FBG Cash. But this is followed by another ambiguous bar where Dirk says
tell bro flip again, we're gonna spin every block until we shred.
The target is dead,
bitch, you
and that
slick
somebody was
again
due to be killed next,
went to jail
but he
you
couldn't
next.
get to them, with some suggesting that this was in fact a reference to King Von's actual killer, Lil Tim, who was arrested in October 2022. The suggestion being that Dirk's next murder for hire would have been Tim, but since he was in jail, they couldn't get to him. Then, on the second track, titled Mad Max featuring Future, in a bizarre display, Future seemingly opens his verse with a series of lines that again eerily mirror the exact details of Lil Durk's case, with Future rapping his lil bro, presumably Durk, drops bags and gets people killed and has people shot through the windows.
Future like 38, bro.
People get money put on their heads for messing with Durk. And Future even ends his verse with a jaw-dropping bit of foreshadowing, saying ain't no Rico case gonna stop another body dropping, before asking how many bodies they have. The hook of the song would see Durk and Future likening their shooters running up on people and killing them to be similar to the movie Mad Max. And then in Durk's verse, he would go on an absolute rampage of self-snitching, boldly saying that he told Young Thug everybody that he'd shot.
But at least fits the narrative. Damn, bro. Like, you listen where I hit the space bar?
That he could have been part of that Rico case that Thug caught if the feds were recording what he said. Dirk then seemingly references the murder of Quando's cousin Lil Pab, despite him actually not being involved in the death of Von, saying that when it's war, you don't see famous names being killed, but they still try and kill everyone around their targets. Dirk then references the rumors that he was involved in the Pab murder, saying that he doesn't admit to crimes, but the blogs seem to accuse him as soon as people die, and saying that he would never admit to murder and is happy that other people are claiming that body, a line which I think refers to an alternative narrative that was spread around, suggesting that Lil Pab was actually killed by drug dealers that he ran off on. Of course, when the indictment dropped, it seemed pretty clear that that was cap. Dirk would then go on to directly deny blackballing Quando Rondo from the record industry and casting doubt on his criminal past, before Dirk says that he is the person who chooses if people live or get killed. He later appears to reference two details from the murder of Lil Pab, saying the Switch is bound to kill their ops, free McAdoo, a 600 member who committed numerous murders, and then saying the chilling and self-incriminating line, "We're flying to get you." Now, perhaps this could be interpreted as saying that he would fly to collect Mac from jail if he was ever released, but to me, I think it's a different bar, where Dirk is just mentioning one of his killers and then moving on to
You think it's a different bar because it fucking fits the narrative of the video, damn.
Another line where he's self-incriminating himself, admitting that he will fly his shooters out to kill you, just like he did to Lil Pab. This is
there's no way he's going lyric by lyric the whole album and only got 17 minutes out the video, bro. There's no way, bro.
Followed by another dark line.
He could stretch this shit to an hour at least.
We were gonna get you, did you? On the next track, Hanging with Wolves, Dirk would make some interesting references to his life in this time. In one bar, he claims that he was out of town and heard a rumor that he was wanted for murder, pretty much speaking what ended up happening into existence. Dirk went on to make references to Youngboy, whose original beef with King Von kicked off this whole thing, with Quando actually being one of Youngboy's artists signed to his label, and Dirk would refer to earlier comments suggesting that Youngboy had told the world that they were beefing and that he tried to squash the war. Then, at the end of his second verse, he drops another
I ain't gonna lie, YoungBoy getting out April 2026, crazy.
Insane piece of foreshadowing, saying that he's the type of person to get on a flight with a warrant and that the police have got to catch him. Damn. Something that he indeed tried to do. On a later track called For Real,
he ain't trying to do that. I just seen because he had his hearing or whatever, like his bond hearing. His lawyer said that. Damn, I don't know what his lawyer said, but they had like an actual like good like excuse for this shit. They was like, we try to fly commercial, and then the reason he had multiple, I remember now. The reason he had multiple like stops on his shit, the reason he had multiple stops on this shit because the private jet had to like stop in these locations. Like he had to stop in New York and like before he went over. So I think he had to like stop in Scotland and this, and his final destination was gonna be Dubai or whatever. I don't really know. That's just what I assume. It didn't say that much, but he was basically saying the reason all these flights were booked was because he was flying private, and that's where the stops were gonna be. I don't know how true that is, but I just seen like one of like the celebrity lawyer or whatever. I don't know what this shit called, but he basically, that's what he said. He became what people used to say he was. Better hear that old YB when he get out. I ain't gonna lie, I still have faith in YoungBoy because he was on house arrest, and it's like he was just making music constantly, bro. Like that's the only thing he could really do in there. Like it was just, I don't know, just being in that headspace for like 2-3 years. I don't know how long he's been on house arrest or how was on house arrest, but if he was literally on house arrest and he didn't care about anything other than fucking getting lean, and then he got caught with the lean shit, and I feel like he wanted to go back to jail. But I say all that to say this: having YoungBoy in the free world is gonna be crazy. But thing is, Quando got 33 months. I hope he don't got to serve all that, bro. He was happy about that shit because he could have got potentially 5 years. I ain't gonna lie, it was like 2.8 years, 33 months. I don't know what the math is. Isn't 36 months like 3 years? Anyways, but hopefully Quando can get out before fucking 2028. That's fucking crazy to say.
And that the police have got to catch him. Something that he indeed
I'm sure he can save at least
called For Real,
months off that.
OTF member Boo.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I have confidence Quando can get out early, basically off of good behavior. I don't know if they do that in fucking Georgia. And he's in a way better headspace than he ever was. Like I was watching his like reaction to it. He was like, "Man, I'm just gonna take these 33 months on the chin and try to get better and come out and be a better role model to my fans." I'm like, damn. I've been watching Quando interviews for the last couple months. He's not like high no more. He's not like off any pills, drugs, or anything. I think he still smokes weed, which is fucking weed. Rather him do that. But I'm hoping he can go to prison, do his time, and just not get hooked back on anything, and just do better for himself in there, and not like go back to the old ways. Because when you're in jail, you got nothing, or in prison, you got nothing but yourself and that cell and inmates. So it's like it'd be tough in there. And it's easy to get into bad habits. So I hope Quando could still be sober and just lock in. Just lock in, get your fucking degree or do some good in there and try to shake some months off.
He would reveal that he sells drugs to make money.
I think YoungBoy too far gone, man. Too far gone. I mean, shit. You'd ask me a fucking couple of years ago, I thought Quando's too far gone. And he had reasons to fucking do drugs. He's fucking lost pad right in front of him, bro. Like, that's like life-changing shit. But, shout out Quando.
While his friends do the murders. In a later lyric, he outright says that his friends kill the ops and says that they get paid $10,000 to spin, and saying specifically that they get $20,000 if they kill one of the target's friends, and ending the song saying all his friends kill people for real if you play with them. A later track that featured Booker 600 and Lil Durk had a peculiar title, Feed 'em Addies. Now this title is a slick double entendre referring to giving their killers both Adderalls to focus on the murders that they've been tasked to do, and giving them the addresses or addies of their rivals to find them and kill them. Something made explicit by the lyrics. And Booker goes on to rap that somebody's head got left on the wall for King Von. Then in Durk's verse, he would boast about having $50 million liquid, and going on to rap an eyebrow-raising bar saying that
what's liquid?
Somebody's
like in your accounts? Like, bro, look at that shit, bro. Shit hella delayed. Liquid is in accounts, right? Physical is like in hand. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's easy for rappers to pay for hits because it's like if you was to do a fucking show, they can give you the physical money. I want my shit up front. Or like my shit, like I want my shit in paper. And they'll have to give you like the shit in paper. Like if Durk does a show, it's probably like fucking 200,000, 100,000, something crazy like that. He's just on tour with Drake like last year. But my thing is, he could just ask the promoter to fucking give him that shit in cash. If I get fucking 100K in cash, they're not gonna be watching what I spend with this shit because it's physical money. I pass 10K to him, 20K to him, 50K to him. Who the fuck is gonna know where the money went? They gonna be asking what you spent that shit on? Oh, I could just name shit that I already bought. Like, oh, I need receipts. I don't got receipts. I paid in cash. Fuck. I press play. I press the space bar. I clicked on it. I clicked on it again. My shit like
hood.
Like, bro. This shit is
He's
irritating.
Pablo. Likely a reference to Pablo.
He better say
Escobar,
something after this half
lyrical
video went by
abilities. It
and
wouldn't
just
surprise me
finally-
if this was another
Facts.
coded reference to Lil Pab, whose nickname was also Pablo. He then goes on to drop a series of bars that sound to me like they're directly referencing Lil Pab's murder, saying that he doesn't speak on murders or people trolling, and seemingly referencing Quando's relationship being signed to Youngboy's label, saying why you signed to the dudes that purged it. Then rapping the brutal lyric referring
When I
to the
see
murder
he
of
died, I
Pab
kept
and Quando's
scrolling.
reaction being broadcast on the news, saying, when I seen he died, I kept scrolling. And
That shit not
admitting that he's into
bulletproof,
beef
bro.
with cast on the news.
Bro, is that a Cadillac Escalade? I don't know what car sign that is or logo that is. But damn, they shattered that glass. That shit tinted and all, bro. There's no way, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That shit shattered so easily. If you're gonna do all this, you might as well get that bitch bulletproof.
Saying, when I seen he died, I kept scrolling, and admitting that he's into beef with someone's friend, another reference to Youngboy and Quando's relationship. The next track is seemingly another bold admission of the OTF crew's activities in the streets, the aptly titled
Booney
track,
Mo.
We Did It. This sees Booney Mo from OTF rapping back to back with a posthumous verse and ad-libs from none other than King Von, whose death sparked this deadly crime spree. The song featured a brazen chorus which saw Booney Mo rapping repeatedly, "They know that we did it," whilst backed up by King Von ad-libs. What did you guys do, Booney? Booney would then repeat the line, this time following the line about having diamonds on his chain, saying that they know we winning, with that line about winning followed by another King Von ad-lib saying, they know. He goes on to rap, you know how we're spinning, and naming what guns they use, and
Max
saying if they catch an
Choppers,
op,
AKs,
you know we're gonna get them.
catch
And he
it
would
up.
end the hook saying that now they're smoking on their ops. In the verse, he mentions OTF DD or D-Ski locating ops for the gang and chasing ops in rental cars, which according to the indictment happened.
I know the feds looking at this video like, damn, this is some good lyrics. We need to add this shit to the indictment. Write this shit down, man. Hey, this man fucking calling out DD's talking about they on the 7 and shit. We just tweaked in the rental. Did they have a rental car when they spawned on fucking Pop? Write this shit down, man. We gonna add this shit.
Locating ops for the gang
We need to get this shit ready for the next court date.
and chasing ops in rental cars, which according to the indictment happened. And he would even end his verse with a buffet of
Do y'all think fucking TrapLoreRoss just listened to this album with a fucking pen and paper and just writing this shit down? Right? Damn. What song is this? Oh, it's the Booney Mo feature. Okay. Booney Mo said this? Okay. He added, like, bro.
self-incrimination, rapping that
This
he
shit is not a
hates
hard video to do, but I'm like, bro. 17 minutes of this shit? Like, anybody could do this shit.
slide, and that he bets
What's the
they're
point?
going to get you. Following that up, saying OTF, that's mob ties, ain't nothing realer. The second verse was a posthumous King Von verse, where in the final line, as Von has done countless times before, admitting to murder, saying that he ducked that sentence, but they know I did it. Now, I'm sure people might argue that this is an ambiguous song which could be referring to absolutely anything, but to me, the fact that this project and song dropped just 4 months after the supposed murder that was Get Back for King Von, combining this song with the King Von adlibs and a posthumous verse from Von, and repeatedly using the brazen line, you know that we did it, to me, makes me think that the very purpose of this song was indeed to covertly confirm to the whole world that OTF did indeed kill Pab for Von, so that they could brag about it. The next track would
Like, the thing is, it's why I hate the feds and, like, prosecutors and the DA when they try to make these, like, rappers seem smarter than they actually are, like they're the mob. You think Durk and, like, Diddy and fucking Vonnie and who else was on this case was like, hey, bro, you need to add this We Did It song to it because they're gonna think after we drop this Loyal Bros 2 shit that we did the murder. So we're gonna throw hints in the music and then we're gonna throw Von's feature on that shit. And then we put Von's feature on it because he was the original like reason we're doing this shit now. The real reason we're sliding on Pab now is because of Von passing away. So we're gonna put his feature on there and title it We Did It, and then who's on the song? Booney Mo? I don't remember. But whoever was on that song, we're gonna have the lyrics say We Did It, and then people are gonna plug it and like think that we did the Pab shit. Like, bro, you're thinking like they're too smart for this, bro. Like, they just probably like fucking just collabed a whole bunch of music that they was working on, and then you're just like plugging shit in that just fits your narrative, you know?
confirmed to the whole world that OTF...
It makes for good entertainment, though. Like, if I didn't listen to Durk's music, or like my thing is, TrapLoreRoss is touching different type of audience. Like, he's touching rap fans, obviously, and people that know that like understand rap culture. But I feel like his audience is so big that there's people that isn't really tapped into rap culture. They just enjoy his videos, so they listen to this shit like, damn, bro, this man Durk was talking about the murder that he just got indicted for. Like, he was talking about it crazy. How'd they not catch him sooner? You know?
OTF did indeed kill Pav for Von so that they could brag about it. The next track would feature OTF DD, or D-Ski.
Like, what did he just say?
Makes me think that the very purpose of this song was indeed to covertly confirm to the whole world that OTF did indeed kill Pav for Von so that they could brag about it. The next track would feature OTF DD, or D-Ski, which you'll likely know is one of the members who was central to the alleged murder for hire plot and is all over that indictment. And on the track Seen It All, DD would commence with another incredibly self-incriminating verse, rapping that his team do hits regardless, and rapping that they're going to risk it all and put their ops in coffins for their friends, rapping that they stalk their ops in traffic, something alleged in the indictment with photographic evidence, and saying that they leave their ops on stretchers. And in his verse, continuing the self-snitching, rapping that they bully their ops with switches and shoot the fastest, and rapping how they don't give their enemies passes, they walk them down or kill them. Even admitting that his friends stood on business or got vengeance, and he raps they're coming to get you, and that their bullets will leave you dead in public. And I don't know if it gets more public than outside the Beverly Center. But then on the next track, Ain't Hiding,
like, bro, anybody can get left in public, bro. Like, if you get killed outside on your block, bro, that's still public, bro. Like, unless you're talking about, like, Beverly Hills, like, traffic, everybody, all eyes on you. I guess that's a different type of public, but damn, bro, like, he reaching.
OTF's chief,
I'll say this again, click off the burning the food.
Wook would continue to rap bars that seem to hint at OTF's deadly activities in the streets, saying that their lil bros hop out of cars and chase people and give their ops facelifts. Next on the project is the song Savage Stuff, where OTF frontliner Doody Low would continue to openly tell the world about his gang's murders, saying that he's with real killers who up the murder rate. A later track with the very ironic title Block is Hot would see Durk and DD going back and forth together on the same song, and Durk would start his verse with more jaw-dropping lyrics, rapping that his shorties hop out of cars, shoot people 4 times, and send them to the morgue. Durk would then go on to snitch on himself to
Wait, did Pab get shot 4 times?
Of cars, shoot people 4 times, and send them to the morgue. Durk would then go on to snitch on himself to an alarming degree, rapping that he's got money on people's heads and that he tells his people to grab the cars and shoot them. He would then reference an apparent attempt by Quando Rondo calling for peace in leaked DMs that circulated online, rapping that they were scared and wanted peace, but Durk rejected it. And Durk would go on to rap that if they can't catch who they want when they ride past, then they'll get his friend, likely another reference to Lil Pap. Durk would then go on to boast that he could be outside by himself.
Like, obviously there's good lyrics that, like, fits the narrative, but like there's a lot of reach.
But no one would have a chance to get him, and that he rolls with OTF DD when it comes to the war on the block. And Durk ends his verse with haunting.
Like, I feel like TrapLoreRoss begin like he's becoming overrated, bro. Like I be seeing Adam, he be going crazy, bro. Like he be acting. TrapLoreRoss is the Einstein of fucking breaking down drill rap, bro. Like he be like dick sucking the fuck out of TrapLoreRoss. I'm like, yeah, TrapLoreRoss got like high quality videos, long ass videos, take a lot of hard work. But if you really watch the videos and like catch like the narrative or like what he's actually trying to point at, a lot of the shit is just like just doesn't make sense, bro. It's like a lot of, like, I'm not saying saying factual shit, but just like what he tries to prove or like tries to plug in is just like he reaching a lot.
Where he says that he's the reason.
Yeah, bro, that New York Drill doc was fucking horrible, bro. That was the worst shit I've ever seen him do. And like, I don't know too much about the other videos he does, but like, I can speak for the New York Drill video because I know like a good amount of like shit in there like that was wrong. And I'm like, damn, bro, was this video wrong? Was this video wrong? Is he even saying the right shit? Like, I can't tell no more because I don't listen to fucking LA music or like that. I'm not too tapped into that, or like the Alabama shit, or like, you know, all the different videos he's done. So I'm like, damn, is he just like reaching and making shit fit narratives just because? Is he really like lying? He has a team that does this. No, I know, but the production is still like he deserves it. He deserves like the credit on that end.
And that you got shot, and that his music is what you hear when you die. Then in verse 2, DD would jump on the mic and raps lyrics which quite frankly are a prosecutor's wet dream, rapping that he's a threat, warning his ops not to get caught lacking, or that he will leave you like the last person he caught. Then going on to rap, how did his
What? This that threat so don't get caught lacking leave you like the last one. That can mean anybody. He's talking about fucking this the fucking prosecutor's wet dream? He didn't even say his
not to
name
get
or
caught
nothing.
lacking, or that he will leave
Like he didn't even like speak on details or nothing.
you like the last person he caught. Then going on to rap how did his ops die, and answering that the bullets ate his face and left him dead on arrival. Didi would rap
That could be anybody's murder, bro.
that knowing how to die is the only thing that his ops can beat them at. And at the end of the verse, in a line that will probably come back to haunt him, rapping that his friends face murders and beat the state charges. Unfortunately, with songs like this out, it's incredibly hard to imagine Didi beating the state on these charges. Now the following song
Well, he's facing the feds. He's not facing the state.
will be titled Thug Life and features OTF veterans Chief
Old Ross was actually funny and didn't only talk about gang shit. Yeah, man.
Book and Doody Low, along with some very interesting lyrics, with a line in the second verse that said, "Your cousin with you, you claiming he innocent, he's still getting shot," which sounds to me like it could be a direct reference to Lil Pab, who is indeed Quando's cousin, although at the time of the murder, many people reported that he was simply Quando's friend. The next track takes the irony to a whole new level, a song titled Federal Freestyle,
OTF, who?
featuring none other than OTF Jam, OTF's suspected resident informant. Now there's nothing super incriminating
I still don't think he snitched, bro. He's just locked up, bro.
in this song, but these lyrics and OTF Jam's back.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. They said they was paying the informant for 5 years for $2,400 a month or a year. $2,400 a year? Like that sound like somebody that fucking free muwab, but taking that, like, bro, you don't got no loyalty in this shit, bro. This is a fact. There's no one in OTF that is switching on Durk unless he got left on the hood or some shit. That's informant for $2,400 a month or a year. That man Durk shit that shit out every fucking day. $2,400 a year. That shit is fucking insane, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way this is fucking anybody from OTF that's like next to Durk or anything. People saying Jam was mad because he didn't pay Durk didn't pay his lawyer or whatever. Man, I don't believe that shit, man. And for 5 years, this man Jam hasn't been outside for 5 years. They didn't fucking pull up on Jam in the middle of a fucking sentence and tell him, hey, we need you to inform on Durk. That's not a thing.
Backstory as the alleged informant is something I'll be breaking.
2,400 is fucking insane. Do you know how low you gotta be in life to be a federal informant working for $2,400 a year? Motherfuckers make that in 2 weeks at their job. At their 9 to 5. 3 weeks, bro. That ain't nothing. That shouldn't be nothing to nobody. And the fact that someone switched for that, it can't be known from OTF, bro. It can't be known from OTF. That's like lowest level of broke. That's no loyalty, bro. Take that in fucking 2 minutes.
Breaking down in greater detail another time. But later on the project, Durk drops perhaps the single most incriminating song on the entire project, a track titled Threats to Everybody. Durk opens the song saying that by spending money, he can have new killers who you have never seen before come outside, rapping that he puts belts to his ops and that he has his killers shoot so much that their fingers hurt. He references both OTF Jam and OTF Didi, saying that he bought them both the same gun, and then in another absolutely incredible display of detailed self-snitching, Durk references shootings at gas stations, suggesting that his ops want to avoid stopping to refuel, and later saying that if he finds out his ops are out stations,
they block too close, like, fuck that gas, we don't need it for it. He's saying their block is close enough, they don't need a whole bunch of gas in their tank. He's talking about the ref from the gas station. He's just saying that this block is fucking 2 blocks down. We can go spin on their ass with fucking a quarter of a tank, an eighth of a tank, and still be back. We don't need to get gas. Like, come on, gang. Like, you chasing this shit, bro. This was a very, like, what's it called? Self-snitching, self-incriminating song. Like, once I listen to it after the fact, there's definitely, like, bars you can pick out, but this is not one of them.
Incredible display of detailed self-snitching. Durk references shootings at gas stations,
He did not reference no shooting at a gas station.
suggesting that his ops want to avoid stopping to refuel, and later saying that if he
Like, he's talking about the ops. What?
shootings at gas stations, suggesting that his ops want to avoid stopping to refuel.
The ops? Like, bro. Like, maybe it's just like, bro. This is what I'm like. This where I'm like, maybe TrapLoreRoss from London. He doesn't understand the bar, or maybe it's his background, bro. Maybe he just, I don't know, bro. Like, you don't gotta be a drillologist to fucking understand what this shit mean. But I'm saying, this man makes all these videos on these drill rappers and people that be really sliding out here, and he doesn't understand what this means. He's talking about, what? Ops don't need to go to the gas station? Like, what do you? I don't even know what he said, bro. It just didn't make sense.
Durk references shootings at gas stations, suggesting that his ops want to avoid stopping to refuel, and later saying that if he finds out his ops are outside, he wants his shooters to pull up on them curbside. This actually ended up being the song that included the bold lyric about leaving FBG Cash dead by the tree, and Durk would end the song saying that they should have killed him sooner. On the next track, titled Who Are You, Doody Low would reference King Von, saying that he has killers that will murder in exchange for a recorded rap verse, which could refer to Doody or Durk himself, which ironically matches up with the accusation in the indictment that OTF members were actually encouraged to kill in exchange for support in their rap careers. Before Doody goes on to say that they killed someone and put them in the dirt, and that dissing King Von will indeed get you killed. Now, a lot of people will argue that these lyrics don't prove anything, and that these could all be generic references to the street life, but I do not buy it. People often argue that rap lyrics shouldn't be used as evidence in court, often citing Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff, but no sheriffs got murdered on camera, and the sheriff's deputy was not on the news screen.
Yeah, the way I feel about this shit, bro. Like, I used to be the same way. Like, rap lyrics shouldn't be used in court. But it's like, if they could directly tie you to a murder, and they have you recording your verse fucking 12 days later, and you referencing, like, if they got physical evidence of you at this murder scene, and, like, you doing the murder, and then you rapping about it, like, come on, bro. You're doing a little too much. Like, you deserve, like, for this shit to happen. Sometimes the prosecutors, and I've seen it multiple times, where the prosecutors bring up lyrics, and I'm like, damn, that shit don't even make sense. Like, that's not what he meant in the lyrics. And then it's like the prosecutors say it one way, and then the jury's like, damn, because they're not rap fans, obviously. They can't be rap fans, because that's like breaching, like the jury can't be a fan of Durk. Whoever's on that jury, whenever they select jury for his trial, they can't be Durk fans or, like, no Durk, I think. It has to be, like, you know, people that don't know Durk at all. But I'm saying, most people that don't know Durk are not going to know rap lyrics. So if the prosecutors present Durk lyrics like TrapLoreRoss is doing, he just talked about something that had nothing to do with the gas station, his ops getting gas and shit. It had nothing to do with nothing. If the prosecutors said that shit in court, the jury would be like, that makes sense. But that had nothing to do with the Pap situation at all. All I'm saying is, if you commit a murder, they have physical evidence of you doing a murder, and they have you detailing a murder, and you, like, bragging about doing a murder, then it makes sense, and it, like, can go together, and that's what you was going for, was describing a murder, trying to get away with it and shit. I ain't gonna lie, they should be able to play that shit in court, bro. Like, just like he said, the I shot the sheriff shit, no sheriff got shot. If Bob Marley did that shit and shot a sheriff, play that shit in court, bro. You named the whole song after that shit. They got physical evidence of you. Like, people can argue it's black or like, that's fine and all, but if they can match lyrics that go with a crime you committed and they have physical evidence, like, bro, like, people say the movie shit. Like, you're an actor, like, people are not gonna fucking, whoever played John Wick, they're not gonna have him in court murdering somebody because he did it on a TV screen. But if real life and an actor is two different things. Real life and being a rapper, like, there's very blurred lines, because there's people actually committing crimes that's actually trying to rap and, like, rap about what they did. That's not being an actor. You're not an actor at that point. Like, some people haven't done shit in the streets, but they rap about street shit. Of course, they never gonna get held in court because of that shit, because they never did anything. That's being an actor. But rappers talk all the time. They don't want to be actors. They want to really do their shit, not rap cap, all that shit. By all means, bro, go ahead and do that, bro. Rap about shit you already did. And if they're able to pull up lyrics of you describing crime scenes that you were physically at, and they can link you to that shit, hey, man, that's on you.
I do not
gotta be smarter.
People often argue that rap lyrics shouldn't be used as evidence in court, often citing Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff, but no sheriffs got murdered on camera, and the sheriff's deputy was not on the news screaming no. To me, this project was a bold declaration by Lil Durk and the wider OTF to take credit for these heinous and public crimes. This was the first project released since the murder of Lil Pab, the apparent revenge attack for Von's murder. How many times had Durk been baited in comments with people saying slide for Von? Well, it seemed that he'd finally done it, and OTF quite literally used this whole album, the songs and lyrics, to tell the world we did it. To me, Loyal Bros 2 might well go down as one of the most incriminating rap projects in music history, and it really just goes to show you just how inexplicably stupid some of these gangster rappers can be when it comes to admitting crimes in their music. I'm genuinely baffled as to why the people involved in this alleged crime, specifically
That switch sound bound to get you. Did they use any switches in the crime? The murder of killing Pab? Free McAdoo. We flying to get you. I mean, he could say we flying to get you all the way in LA to get Pab. Or it's when Mac get free, we're gonna fly to get him. I done seen it all. My Heartless, we do hits regardless. They can do hits in Chicago. It's not like directly saying fucking they do hits on Pab. What?
Lil Durk.
I mean, hired hits. That's a good one.
And OTF DD would be so reckless as to release a project with such specific details about these crimes that they allegedly really did. Lines about paying for hits, renting cars, flying shooters out, scrolling past the news about your murdered enemies being on the news, and quite literally saying we did it is mind-boggling. But this wasn't the end. In fact, it was only the beginning, and as time went on, Durk and the OTF crew would continue to self-incriminate and openly rap chilling details that would connect them to this crime. As I said at the start, this is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the insane depths of the self-incrimination that Durk and his OTF crew did. If you found this breakdown interesting and would like to know more, make sure that you subscribe to my main channel, TrapLoreRoss, and keep an eye out for my full-length Lil Durk documentary that's currently in the works. And if you want updates about when that's going to drop, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at TrapLoreRoss. And if you want to learn more about hip-hop and drill music in a more digestible format, make sure you follow my Clips channel, TrapLore Clips, where I upload short snippets of information and details from my larger documentaries so that you can learn everything there is to know about the hip-hop and drill culture. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Before we wrap it up, I just want to...
Most of the times, the lyrics be getting stretched when using court facts, 100%. That's why I say the prosecutors get it wrong all the time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And it's like, they'll just try to connect shit like TrapLoreRoss did. Stretching, like, you're reaching. Like, it doesn't make sense. Because I've seen it, like, firsthand. Like the Young Thug shit. Like, bro, he did not talk about that. That's not what he was talking about. But, yeah. It's just like, the way you interpret rap lyrics shouldn't be decided in court, bro. Like, prosecutors could say, oh, this is how I interpret it. Well, you're not from that background. You don't understand rap music. You just see lyrics and try to plug it in and make it seem like your way. Because he obviously meant it this way. Because that's what it means in, like, rapping, like, in the trenches, bro. Like, I don't know what to call it. In the culture, like, it means something else. And you're not from the culture, so, like, you don't understand it. So, when a defense tries to, like, give their spiel on what the lyrics mean, like, it's just crazy, bro. And a judge, obviously not going to have that background either. He's not going to understand fucking rap music. He's probably fucking old-ass white guy fucking in his 60s, bro. Oh, yeah, I believe the prosecutors. That sounds right. That sounds more believable and more, logical. But I'm saying, if the way someone interpreted your music that was correct, like, if you rapped about a murder, they got physical evidence of a murder, and the way this song was interpreted by the masses, like, oh, you was rapping about doing this hit because you said he fell on the ground, you gave him a headshot at a gas station, you know, like shit like that, and you actually did that shit, and the song was recorded afterwards, 2 weeks afterwards, then there you go. Like, that's on you, buddy. This was another reach of a video. I don't think he did get shit wrong. He got hella lyrics wrong. I'm about to say he didn't get much shit wrong, but in a 17-minute video, he got a lot of lyrics wrong. That shit is crazy. It was only 17 minutes, bro. You telling me this album is gonna get Lil Durk life in prison and you couldn't fucking make it an hour long? And he didn't even, like, I feel like he didn't do a good breakdown, and I know he's probably leaving it to like the big ass Durk video that's coming, but he should have at least explained like what Durk is like. He didn't have like no intro, I feel like, or maybe I'm just not remembering, but he had like no intro on like what Durk is actually locked up for, like the evidence they got on him to connect it to his lyrics. I know, like, I get on his ass because he explains like shit like multiple times because he like the King Von and Quando shit, like he explained that story so many times. But like for this new information, this is your first video on it, you should at least break it down a little bit and give the people that don't understand it, like the non-hip hop fans that don't understand what Lil Durk is locked up for, a better outlook, a better explanation of what he actually is locked up for. We obsession, man. I ain't gonna lie, how long is that Durk video gonna be? I ain't gonna lie, Durk's 300, so it gotta be 3 hours long, right? For a 600 video, 6 hours. Alright, listen, the Son of Geek has lights for 10 hours and watching another TLR video. Cap.